The defendant asked him for $1, and the complainant told him to get to work. The defendant went outside and knocked over a potted plant. The complainant witnessed.
All of this for $1.
The complainant went to pick up the plant. And
Can you believe this? Family fight over a single dollar spirals into a courtroom showdown. But trust me, cases like this aren't just about money. They're about deep resentment boiling over. Would you ever risk your freedom for something this small?
As the disturbing details unfold and is left speechless by what he hears. But this isn't just about money. It's about years of unresolved anger, consequences, and a judge trying to get to the root of the problem. You won't believe how this story plays out. All right then, let's get to court.
Judge, I'm here on Enrique Alvarez.
In custody?
Yes, sir. It's an arraignment.
Okay.
27, 28.
Is he out there? Is he? You want me to bring him out? Okay. Enrique Alvarez, please. He has an ag rob from 2012, another ag rob from 2015, a continuous family violence that was just dismissed today. Today.
So that's what I was confused about. Okay.
I see a dismissal on a
that
continuous.
had not come through on mine yet. Okay,
As of
so
this morning, it wasn't dismissed, so.
we've been trying to figure it out.
I'm now seeing it's dismissed.
Okay, so that makes sense. The continuous was for the two AFMs that he was charged with on, these two. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. They're from the same day. It looks like the same transaction. It's his mom and dad is how I read it in the
So did he allegedly beat up mom and dad?
yeah, sure.
Okay, that's why it's two. So someone mistakenly just put it two together and charged as a
Well,
felony?
actually, on the penal code, Judge, it's continuous. The way that you bring two people, even the same day, is continuous. But it was refiled, so that's immaterial now, because
Is this what you wanted to be two misdemeanors? And
So I wasn't on the felony. I was just trying to figure out what was happening because we had the two misdemeanors from the same transaction as the continuous. So now that I know it's being dismissed, it makes more sense.
speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. You are Enrique Alvarez.
Yes.
Mr. Alvarez, you're charged with 2 counts of assault. You're facing assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail on each of those cases and/or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 30th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an address for a disturbance call. They spoke with complainant Ms. Alvarez, defendant's father, who had injuries to both sides of his face, a swollen eye, and blood on his jacket. The complaining witness, his mother, had a scrape on her right elbow and a bruise on her calf. There was blood on the driveway and on both of the complaining witness's clothes. Defendant's father lives at the residence. He advised the defendant asked him for $1, and the complainant told him to get to work. The defendant went outside and knocked over a potted plant. The complainant witness.
All of this for $1.
The complainant went to pick up the plant, and the defendant struck him in the face with his fist. Complainant felt pain. His mother stated that the complaining witness, started fighting, so she attempted to stop the fight. Defendant kicked her in the leg and pushed her to the ground, and she felt pain.
Important moment here. Probable cause doesn't mean guilt. It simply means there's enough evidence to move forward with the charges. Judges have to make this call early on, and it sets the stage for everything that follows.
Just with like a bond set, because there's no bond set at this point, and he's been in custody for, I believe, the last 3 months on the continuous.
Wow, really?
Yes, so I think we're gonna have to figure out what it is we want to do on this.
It's jail.
Well, I've just been doing my.
Just, you have some serious anger issues, man. I don't know why. You have an ag rob, another ag rob. You had that continuous. Got to do some soul searching, Mr. Alvarez.
Yes, sir.
That attitude or the anger, all it does is lead you to jail. Over $1 leads you to now 3 months of your life have been ruined for $1. I would hope that you do some soul searching back there so that we can get to the root of the problem so that you stop coming back here. I don't know. What do you guys think as far as a bond? Pavel?
You understand what request final each? Surety.
We would ask for PR bond.
I'm not going to grant the PR bond. I just, you scare me, Mr. Alvarez, really. You do, because with the prior two ag robs, and it's mom and dad, I mean, really. How many times they change your diaper? How many times they put up with you? Really? I'll set it at 3,000 each. Yeah. Mr. Alvarez, I don't know if you're going to bond out, okay? But if you do, you're not to have contact with your mother or your father. I'm also going to issue orders for protection on each of those of your mom and dad. So if I can get this thing to work. So Pedro Alvarez. And Maria Garcia de Alvarez, they're both now will be identified as protected individuals. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against them. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is a stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. Sam, tell me, has there not been a bond in the felony cases?
It was set at 60,000, I believe.
Okay.
And he did not make it.
Right. Do you have anyone to bond you out now, Mr. Alvarez?
I've been given his sister's number. He says that I think she's the best person I have to get in touch with, but he doesn't think she'll be able to make it.
These are things that you have to think about before making a move when you're out in the free world. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? If you don't have anyone in this world that's going to bond you out, is it worth it? I think that at this point, probably would be best is let's get a TRAS done. There's no sense in having him just languish in jail for nothing.
Right.
So let's do an expedited TRAS. Let's see what they say, what would be the best way of going through this thing. I don't want to keep you in there forever. That's not the goal of here. We don't like to just keep people in jail, but we need to get to the root of the problem to figure out where the anger stems from. Once we get to that and figure out and deal with it, then you can go ahead and live your life and work, make money, and perhaps get married and have kids, But the last thing we want is you to get out there in the real world and, God forbid, have a child and release on that child. That's not what we want. So let's address this anger issue. Let's get to it. And if they have a proper diagnosis, and if you're honest with them, because that's what it takes, be honest with them. Speaking of which, on the honest TRAS, is he here today? Frazier?
You have him back there.
Okay, so we need Mr. Brooker. Hopefully he'll show up, yeah. Be honest, and then we can work something to get you out and deal with all these issues, huh? But if I see that you're honest, it's not gonna go well, because we have this issue with another inmate now where we had a TRAS and it came back and it was completely just, we know it's bogus.
Okay.
Work it, be honest, and then I'll help you out, Mr. Alvarez.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, so let's expedite it now so we don't just have him sit and
I'll
wait.
do that.
Okay,
thank you.
Was the one? I only see one and so we can worry.
So do you mind, there's only a mo-up on one of the cases. Can you file it on the second one, please?
All right.
Okay.
I'm on this witness.
And that's the kicker. This case is a reminder that one bad choice can ripple across a lifetime. So what do you think? Is jail the wake-up call Alvarez needs? Or is this a deeper issue that punishment alone can't fix?
Fleischer handled this fairly? Could this defendant turn things around with the right help? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more real courtroom moments and unbelievable stories like this one, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Until next time, this is Court Guy signing off.